Henya and welcome to another video. Today I just kind of wanted to do like a sit down video to talk about what's been going on in the vegan community. So if you guys are ready, let's get this video started.
It's the henyamania.
So in the past few months, I've literally, like, every video that I've seen, there's so much, there's literally days worth, like months worth of drama videos on there, and every time I saw something I was just like, this close to making a video, but I didn't. I'm actually glad I'm not gonna be addressing like a specific topic or like this person or that person or this channel getting deleted or this Instagram getting deleted. I don't even know where to begin. How do I begin this video? Maybe I should just start by saying that I am repulsed. I am so disgusted with this community. I am grossed out by the people here. I'm grossed out by people making videos. I'm grossed out by people just like dissing each other so much because of what exactly, and just like egos. I just cannot believe like I'm a colleague, like technically I am a colleague of these people. And I can't believe like we work on the same like platform and people just use it for ways that I cannot comprehend. Like, thank God cultured meat is about to happen because the animals do not stand a chance if this is what we're doing here. Like, you know, at first I thought that it's all like high carb vegans that just create like drama videos because they're like, they need more fat in their diet. I literally felt that way for like a long time, but then I saw people just following like the same method. It's like I can't say something specific because then I'm like, I'm judging like a specific scenario, but then like I'm not addressing the other scenarios that matter. I can tell you what matters to me, particularly like obviously animal rights and animal liberation and like veganizing people. But besides the animals, obviously like there has been like some stories that no one addressed. Like there has been this girl, Jen, that died because Dürrenmatter didn't support he annihilated this girl's campaign. He said she's a scam. He told all of his fucking minions to go and attack her. She was attacked by his fucking cult people until the day she died. She is dead now. No one gives a fuck apparently because, you know, like really stole some footage or something. No one like gives enough attention to things that actually matter, and it's so sad. Like, I'm literally, why am I so emotional about this? It's just like I feel, you know, like so many things that should have been addressed have not been addressed because there wasn't like a lot of support around it. For example, the thing with Hannah Chloe and the thing that happened with Dürrenmatter and like what Dürrenmatter is doing now in Thailand, which is like an absolute like psychotic situation that should be stopped by the police like ASAP. What happened with Hannah Chloe was she basically made a video about like how hypocritical of Dürrenmatter to say that, you know, things he said about Isel when he does exactly the same things. It's not even about the fact that he did persuade her to have sex with him even though she didn't want to and she told him she didn't want to. That's not even the case. She didn't mention that much in the video because it wasn't the point of the video. The point was to show like the hypocriticalness of Dürrenmatter, and then like this thing got washed away because what do you know, she's a female, she's a slut, she's this, she's that, blah blah blah, it's her fault. Oh, she did have sex with him, she didn't, who knows, blah blah blah. It's just like, is this the point? No, it's not the point. Like all these things that happened after that, like when he was completely like abusing her and like doing all these felonies, like giving out information that's like private and all those things that should have definitely not have happened. The shit that she got from people supporting him, a lot of it did happen because she's a woman. Of course, we all know that. It's just, it's crazy. Like, I feel bad for these specific topics to be like, you know, disappear from like our public how do you even call this? I feel bad about this, okay? I feel bad I know like a lot of shit has happened since then with other topics, channels deleted. I feel like freedom of speech is like at the top of the things that I would always fight for, but at the same time, like there's the law where you can't really say whatever shit you want about people, and it goes for vegan cheetah, it goes for frilly, it goes for doing right, it goes for everyone, it goes for me as well. Like, I'm not gonna lie and sit here and say I never said anything bad about anyone. Like, I said my fair share of shit things about other people, and I've learned from that. I definitely have apologized, even publicly, to people that I have offended, for example, Banana Supreme. So yeah, that's kind of like, you know, I feel like people in general should just be a bit more mindful of how they create content, because at the same time we keep forgetting that like a lot of meat eaters and vegetarians watch this shit and they be like, bah ha ha, look at all these crazy vegans, bah ha ha. I mean, at the end of the day, like, we're not even like 2% of the population, and we're fighting like against each other, and some fights are definitely like justified. I'm not saying don't fight for this or don't fight for that. I'm sitting here like doing my fight for Hannah and Jen, definitely, but like at the same time I feel like we're forgetting something. We're forgetting that this is not about us, that there's like a bigger cause that we're all fighting for. Obviously, we're all trying to make a living here, we're all trying to like promote ourselves, we all want to like grow our channels and get more views and all that stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I don't want more views, I don't want more subs. Like, fuck yeah, I want more subs and views, but like it needs to be like, it's not the be all end all of social media, you know. Like, we should keep in mind that there's like a bigger thing we want to portray to society. So like, I urge every single one of you to just like go back and think, okay, if I was a meat eater now and I would have watched this video, what would I have thought about vegans? You know? Another thing that I wanted to address that's been like pissing me off so much since like everything happened in the last few months. I do understand that a lot of vegans on YouTube have like not been vegan for like a long time, and you know, they have been exposed to veganism through social media. So like, when they think about activism, like going to a demo and talking to like 50 people is like real activism, and it's like local activism is the best, and it's like what we all should be doing. And what activism do you do, Henya? When was the last time you went to a demo and shit like that? I'm just like, okay, let me explain something to you. I've been vegan for like 10 years now, and I have been an animal rights activist for like basically that amount of time. I have been doing like demos and like going to places. I've been involved in direct actions as well. I've been arrested multiple times. I've been beat up in demos. I have like police records. I have like crazy shit going on. I don't talk about it because it's nothing to be proud of. I don't think, you know, like it's wow, it's amazing because Henya has this or that. No, it's not. I have done some like real activism that people are like, wow, look at that, that's amazing. But like, I chose social media, YouTube, Instagram, all these platforms for this reason. Like, when you do real activism, even if you go to like a fur farm and you like release all the animals there, all of them gone in the fields, running free and wild and all that shit, like, how many animals are you gonna help? 4,000, 8,000, 10,000, not that many, because fur farms are not like that many animals. And even, you know, if you went to somewhere bigger, you have to find somewhere to put the animals. Even if we're talking about like huge demos, like 5,000, 10,000 people walking around with signs and screaming, meat is murder, blah, blah, blah. Like, how many people do you reach in that sense? You don't reach that many people as much as you can reach them with a YouTube video. YouTube videos have the potential to reach millions of people like that. You don't even need to leave your house. It's that simple. And like, this is why I chose this method, because like the last demo I was at, it was like 10,000 people. You know, it was amazing. It was like, you know, very unifying, and vegans and, you know, all that stuff was amazing. But then again, 10,000 people if I don't get 10,000 views on a video of mine, I will be depressed. Like, that's nothing for me. And that's the potential of, you know, YouTube videos. Like, it has so much potential to reach like a much wider audience. And it could be so much more precise. It could be like exactly something that fits their interest. And that's why we need like more people online. Like, with all the respect to like activism in real life, which is great, it doesn't have the same potential. From what I have seen from my country, which is like the fastest growing vegan country on earth at the moment, we basically grown from like, we're now 13% vegans. And it all has happened in like the last 3 years. And what I have seen is that Gary Yourofsky, like, agree with him, don't agree with him, hate him, blah blah blah, rapes women, I don't know, I don't care. What he did here in Israel is a fucking revolution, and it happened through social media. He had a YouTube video, it was spread on Facebook, and people watched it, went vegan. It got to the news, it got everywhere. Everyone in Israel knows who Gary Yourofsky is. He even came here, he did lectures, all that stuff. It was amazing. So that's one thing. Second thing that happened, not really social media, but like television. One of the biggest animal rights activists here in Israel, called Tal Gilboa, she went on the Big Brother TV show and she won. And she is like, she's probably even like worse than Gary Yourofsky in her militantness. But yeah, she's very like feisty, and the thing is that like people watched that show and it was like wartime as well in Israel, so like the channel was free to everyone. People sitting in bunkers watching like Big Brother, okay, going vegan. And that was like the second wave. And the third wave was when Vegan Friendly, our like biggest vegan like non-profit organization, started veganizing dishes in restaurants. And now literally every restaurant you go to will have a vegan menu with like at least 7 dishes, something like, you know, fancy. They don't accept anyone anymore. Like, it's just so fucking cool. You can eat anywhere. Like, it's so amazing. And it happened like that. Literally 3 years ago it started, and now like it's a fucking revolution. Everyone knows what's a vegan. Everywhere you go, there's vegan food. There's always vegan cheese somewhere. You know, we would get upset, you know, when Pizza Hut made vegan pizza. We demonstrated against them because we wanted vegan cheese on our vegan pizza. We were like, no, you ain't giving us like a pizza with like tomatoes and vegetables. Nuh-uh. When everyone else is giving us vegan cheese, we're gonna get vegan cheese from Pizza Hut as well. And I think it happened in the end. I wasn't here to make sure, but that's kind of like how big this is, okay? And it happened through social media. No matter how many years I've been doing like real life activism, I haven't seen a big change as much as I have seen when social media happened. And you know, it's great to go and demonstrate and stuff like that, but you have to keep in mind that our phones, okay, this thing goes with us everywhere we go. It's in our pockets. We see it every day. Tell me I'm not the only one who wakes up with this, goes to sleep with this, and it's not because like I'm a social media person. It's because phones, okay? Phones, like, they rule our lives, okay? Don't tell me I'm the only one. This is where we want to be. We want to be here in every single phone that we can, so that we can influence people, especially young people that, you know, are easily to influence, and they're not as corrupted as like, you know, older people or adults. They're just like, oh, but changing our habits and blah blah blah. It's a lot easier to veganize people when they're younger, let's admit it. So I'm not saying regular activism is bad. I'm just saying that if you want to be on social media, fucking do it. Don't feel bad, and don't let anyone make you feel guilty for not doing real life activism, for not going to demos, because you're also doing something. And here's the thing, we should all be doing whatever we can. Making a video is activism. As long as you are actively doing something for the animals, that is good. Do what you're like, what you resonate with the more, you know, like I resonate with making videos, taking photos, I'm doing that. If you resonate with going to a demo, do that. If you resonate with doing like illegal stuff, I can't say do that because that's illegal, but you know. And if you resonate with like creating laws and like doing something like that, then fuck, by all means do it. You know, we need people in all fronts of this thing, you know, we need people to be doing all these things. But I'm just like so disappointed with the online vegan community, because the minute you get like money and fame into the equation, you kind of just start to lose it. People don't see what's right or wrong anymore. They just like fantasize over this like vegans that do activism in real life and think it's like the best thing ever, you know, because you know, they're just like obsessed with other things that shouldn't matter like nearly as much as saving animals. So it's just like, please just take a moment and reevaluate like the shit that goes on in your head, and think before making a video, and think before like just like doing reckless things online, because there's people watching us. Okay, there's people watching us. My friend Tash said we should have like a PR representative of vegans online. I agree, but I don't know how it's going to work. So like just be like your own PR person inside and think, okay, how is this going to look if like a meat eater sees this video? So yeah, just keep that in mind. I just want to add another thing about cultured meat. I have been getting a lot of criticism from vegans about cultured meat because it's not healthy. Well, let me tell you something. The animal that's like right now on the way to slaughter, after it has been abused like its whole entire existence, does not give a shit. People can choose for themselves if they want to go vegan or not. And what do you know? 98% of population doesn't give a shit. So what we need to do is give them a solution that doesn't kill animals. If you think this meat is for you, you are wrong. You can eat this if you want when it's out, because it doesn't have like moral implications of like billions of other sentient beings. But like, keep in mind that this is not for you. This is something for the 98% of population that doesn't give a fuck about animals, okay? The animals do not have freedom of choice for anything in their life. Humans, however, have like all the freedom of choice to do whatever they want with their life, and apparently they have the freedom to do whatever they want with other beings' lives. So shouldn't we fight for that and just like give them an option they can eat that doesn't cause suffering and pain and murder to like billions of animals? Like, I just don't understand what is going on in your head. Like, why? Like, cultured meat doesn't prevent anyone from going vegan or staying vegan. It just gives an option for people who will not go vegan. Animals do not have time to waste until like all humanity decides to go vegan. It's like smoking cigarettes or doing like other unhealthy stuff. We all know it's unhealthy, but we still keep doing it. So yeah, it might affect like people here and there to not do it, but like at the end of the day, people still smoke. It's like a huge industry that rolls like billions of dollars. So if you look at the tobacco industry and we think, okay, so they test on animals. Most of the companies do test on animals. There's some that don't, but most of the companies do test on animals. Doesn't it make more sense to stop testing on animals those cigarettes, and then people who still want to smoke could smoke cigarettes without harming animals? Maybe it's just me, but to me that just makes sense, because then people could still do what they want to do, because they would do it either way and animals don't have to suffer. So the same goes for me, just in like a huge, much more gigantic, humongous scale. So yeah, it's just like all these like health vegans and like plant-based people, or I don't know what, like I don't get why would people be so against it if it's not even like their choice. Like, they don't get to decide what other people eat anyway, so then why not make like a better version? Doesn't include like murder and torture of like billions of animals. That's a question I have for you guys today. Why are you so against it? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll probably make a video about this, because the way this community is going, like I literally think that's the only solution animals have at the moment. It just disappoints me, you know? Like, I came to this community, it was like a more of a unified thing, but now it's just like people are scared to say shit, people are not scared enough to say shit, everything is just a mess, we look like a fucking cult. I'm very upset about this. Hope I made sense somehow in this video, hope I gave you like some thoughts to think about, and yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe, check out my ebooks, my Patreon, and my t-shirt shop. Follow me on Snapchat and on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.